All right. I think. No. What's happening, Froggy? That's good. The chat popped out. Don't have to worry about any random update messages happening right now. Okay. Beat me to it. I took too long to type. How's it going, Siler? A little bit later than I expected. How are y'all doing this weekend? Hope everything's been going well. The peeps ready to rush VP lose some more. To be fair, we won a number of games last night when I was half awake. See, we got this key all the way up to tier 3. With all of the hearts remaining. And this one too. Rugged runner, spawn protection, fire armor, coin drain? Holy crap. Coin drain is like significantly worse if you're playing multiplayer because it becomes harder to spend coin because traps are the same price and you get a third of the coin that you would normally generate. That's such a bad modifier. Throne room tier 4, health drain, primary knockback, 5 rift points, no health drops. Yeah, it's just gonna be a death. That one's gonna take way too long. No mana drops, fast minions. I think you could probably do spawn protection on Avalanche. It's not really hard. You just toss a couple of tars up in the entry sections and they take time just spawning into the map there anyway, so that would be pretty easy. I did say that if you wanted to jump in you could, Siler, so if you want to go join a couple of games, let me know. If not, I'll probably just do these solo. 5 rift points, health drain, spawn protection. I'm also gonna probably wind up kind of rushing this. I have like maybe 2 hours to stream, and then after that I got a jet. So this won't be a super long one today, but I'll probably still do one tomorrow. Let's go ahead and solo a couple. I'm still opening chests. Yeah, go ahead and crack open all of that, all of those chests and whatnot that you can purchase in the store with all the the cash stuff, currencies that they gave you. Additional shield trolls, mercenaries spawn on death. That sounds relatively easy. Additional fire fiend runners. Oh, let's do maximum security. Yeah, sounds good. Just means I'm gonna sleep instead of staying until 3 AM again. Running on house MD fuel. Hatred and sarcasm. I usually do Oz here a lot, so I should probably try somebody else. I haven't played Deadeye in a while. Alright, so action room securities. Drop you. That stays, that stays. Where is... There we go. It was the first trap. Long live OMDU, yeah. What's happening, Frosty? I think that's actually about all we need. Rain, yeah, that can kind of work. Expender. Not bear hugs, not on her. Okay.
Have arrows, will travel. Uh-huh. Good. That's pretty dastardly if I do say so myself. Wait till they see this.
Enemy has opened a minion portal.
Oh crap, Siler with the super chat. That's actually the first super chat I've ever gotten. Congratulations. And I appreciate it. That is a lot of shield trolls. And oh wow. I should probably add a better sound for that. No problem, man. You earned to keep up the good work. I absolutely will try. Okay. Spring loaded. Kinda like here. Almost all the time.
That'll be real useful.
And it's because while adding the like an extra bonus to out of the way is nice, or to the hip fire bonus, a 15% boost is still better than a 10% boost, which that 50% ultimately turns out to be. Uh-oh.
Well done. The unstable rift has been destroyed.
Nope. Oh, got him. Wow. Those aren't supposed to be there normally. Alright, we're going to...
This'll stop him. Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Our barricades are under attack.
Yeah, barricades are fine. Okay.
Our enemies, they're breaking through again.
Yeah, right there.
They've broken through a gate.
Mighty fine day for a massacre.
And now almost nothing will probably actually make it through there. I do have to worry about these guys though. Oof. Alright, bleed on the razor weed or damage rolls. That's actually a really tough choice. Oven razor weed's really good with the bleed damage, but you can stack like a lot of razor weed in narrow places with spurred boots. Let's see if I can actually demonstrate here. Wait a minute. Did I push the wrong button? I think I pushed the wrong button.
Focused. Good.
Oh no, spur boost wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was a fistful of brambles. Yeah, you should always take the bleed there. Oh, that's what I get for not completely reading. Alright, so here we could probably use some more of this kind of stuff. Definitely one of those. Something like this. As long as that doesn't get caught on the wall, we're good. And this. Alright, that's looking good.
Killbox is shaping up real nice.
Alright, so we just got to clean up the right side kill box to kill a few more things without me having to actually be there. Less than 48 hours ago.
This'll keep them guessing.
Wait, less than 48 hours ago what?
This'll keep them guessing. This ought to fix them.
I guess that's not too bad. Just go barrel rolling through everybody. How'd this one randomly get colored orange? Nope. Why they're shutting down the servers? Yes, they're shutting down the servers. Servers are closing April 8th.
An unstable rift is opening. It must be destroyed. We have destroyed the unstable rift.
Actually, no. Account data is not getting deleted, but it will no longer be accessible. They confirmed that they're not deleting everything on Kefka's stream Friday. So you backflip, and we backflip, and we backflip, and we backflip. Yeah, I think you can stack like 3 of these.
Stronger.
Wait, what? They aren't deleting account data, but didn't they say they were in their posted like 3 months ago? Maybe they meant that like the account data would not be a part of like the game storage. I know they're backing up the games, which was funny because like this dude spent like literally while like a robot executive was like playing the game with Kefka, like half an hour trying to convince people that like pirating the game or like robot somehow making the game like easier to pirate and recreate by somebody else would have been a good idea. Like, I couldn't facepalm hard enough if I had 15 hands. Like, seriously, the producer of the game is literally there. Like, and everybody's trying to ask him questions like, you know, what's going on with the new titles and everything that Robot's going to be releasing, like, in the near future. I think Kefka may have got some details out of him.
Quick, destroy it.
Like, whatever the new title happens to be, it'll probably have a showing sometime this year. Not sure how much information is going to be in there yet. And this is all completely unofficial because, like, dude was talking off the cuff instead of, like, actually having, like, prepared releases. But, still, it's promising.
The unstable rift was not destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Enemy minions incoming.
That unstable rift that I probably should have paid attention to, but don't have to.
Me, they will be now. One-way trip to Boomtown.
Oh, I don't have wall building PhD on. Whoops.
The boss minion has entered the battlefield.
Okay. I guess I should probably toss up a couple of these too.
Yeah, right there. Wait till they see this. That's pretty dastardly. If I
Boss
do say so
defeated.
myself.
Yeah, it definitely takes a special guy to completely ignore the fact that everybody's trying to get details about like new titles and worried about the sustainability of something that like
At the rift.
obviously people want more of, but like wasn't financially viable in its current form.
This'll stop it.
And then he's just like, hey, how can I steal your game? Oof. Those people, I'm just like, you want the game to keep going? Okay, give them $5 million, not billion. And I think like, and I probably, it would be a bad idea to like professionally say that like you're 100% for piracy or anything like that. And ultimately, I'm not. Like, I think that if in the event that like there's a way to provide like cash or something for people to make a game, like absolutely people should do that, because that's how you get more games, that's how you get new IPs, that's how the games industry stays afloat. Like, people got to pay for stuff. But at the same time, if like a game has become successful and a company wants more people in on like their experiences, you get sales, you get reductions in price, so that, you know, everybody can kind of enjoy the work that was done in the past to make good titles. And I mean, at some point the price or cost of certain titles becomes negligible enough to effectively be free. Like, if you've been paying attention to sales and stuff for Orcs Must Die 2 for pretty much any length of time, the game has been effectively given away for free or somewhere around the cost of $1 over the course of a few years. So it's not like nobody would have access to the game. The main issue that and the reason why he was discussing piracy though is because of the lack of people to continue like experiencing the game after the servers go down. And that's one element of like video game preservation that's a point of contention for not even pirates, but people that try to catalog like code and stuff for video games, because video games are one of the few digital mediums where like there have been numerous situations where historically like stuff just goes missing. Reddit and beggars. No. Like there's a couple of points of piracy for like code preservation and like historical things that actually make sense. Like for instance, like the original Kingdom Hearts apparently doesn't have its source code anymore. It doesn't exist. The code was lost at some point, and because it's not archived in its physical form, like you can't just easily rip it. It would have to be reverse engineered from a copy of Kingdom Hearts that still exists. And there's a number of other games where similar situations have happened. So that is part of the argument that at least has a bit more substance to it than, hey, how do I play your game without paying anymore, or after you guys stop making money from it.
They've summoned the boss minion.
But this dude was literally not trying to give any reasonable arguments for, like, you know,
The enemy's boss is dead.
pretty much anything. Like, he was actually asking Robot. He was asking Robot to like contact the people that they no longer employed because, you know, they couldn't afford them, to come back and do work to make like the game free, or at least like make the source available to people at no cost. And it was just like, yeah, this dude's definitely just begging.
The boss minion has been taken down. Why is that button?
Aiming for the head and heart. Another win, and another reason to fear Deadeye. The
Rebels,
most
they're disgusting. I try to not let it affect me.
Yeah, I lost some score on that one. But that's a win. Alright. A lot of jibs. And nobody's playing Sabotage. Not gonna happen. There's nobody here. But yeah, that's like, I don't know, that's next level. It's like walking up to Nintendo and asking them for ROMs. And I mean, there are some examples of stuff like that where corporations have actually taken advantage of the fact that people have backed up their games. Like, I think that the PlayStation Portable actually was a situation where, or not the PlayStation Portable, the PlayStation Classic, the little tiny one that they released with like the 50 games already preloaded, was actually just an emulator running on like a small machine with ROMs of the games added. So I think there's reasons why, like, not specifically piracy, but like an active effort should be made to like preserve the coding and information for like video games. And it should be like a group effort between like either some historian organization that would continue to like preserve the data and hold like the rights, but also for the companies, because if like you want to come back to a project that's like 10 years old and remaster it or rework it or whatever, like that becomes significantly harder if somebody bungled up like the storage and you no longer have the code for it. Like, because that means like you now have to do the entire game from scratch and it's no longer really a remaster. You have to just redo it. I'm type of people that think being in charge of a company or store equal big money and not thinking about all the BS comes with being an owner. It's not even a situation like being an owner. It's just they don't understand any of the legality aspects or like, you know, business in general, economics behind like a video game. Like how many people are generally involved with something, or like how does the dynamics of creating something work if you lose people that had like essential knowledge for its creation. Like you can't just have like a random person reverse engineer like something that they have no expertise with and expect everything to be okay. And that's literally what he wanted. They see one side of things and not in a general sense. Yeah, they lack the essential information. The critical components. Knowledge. Increased fourth ability cooldown, unstable. Wow. I need to do something that isn't Castle Gates or Krogan Keep. Because like so far I've been getting Castle Gates and Krogan Keep so often on these keys. Kind of ridiculous. Oh man, Cliffside Clash. Oh, this is Apprentice Master and War Mage. Sylar, are you free yet? These are some of the easier keys, so these will probably, I'm gonna hold these for when you're ready. Then we can probably get a couple of games of those in. If not, I'll just jump on another Riftlord key for now. Almost ready. Alright, I'll just do one more. Additional Armored Ogres? That's ugly. But I like Academy Sewers. Is Orcs gonna be gone? Yes, Lucifer. Orcs will unfortunately be closing Monday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So this is the last couple of days that you'll have to play the game if you want. Feel free to jump on and enjoy it until it goes away. Yeah, it is sad, but that's the reality of any game that becomes a live service. Like no matter how profitable or well received the game is at any point in time, there's always a day when it will shut down. And like there's a lot of live services and whatnot that I have played because I was really big into free-to-play games and such when I was younger, when it started to become like a trend in companies releasing games that way. Like obviously I played Warframe, I played Orcs Must Die Unchained, I played Blacklight Retribution, which I believe shut down last year, and a couple of other games that were free to play. But yeah, they always at some point, actually I played a little bit of Paragon too, at some point they shut down. But for this one, you know, its time was just shorter because Blacklight. But it was originally created by Zombie Studios, and I was a fan of Fear. Hey, so I was wondering, will the game just be deleted completely, or will it still be possible to download like a cracked offline? Oh my gosh. So the game servers will no longer exist. The robot will still have the game's code, but the game will no longer be playable. I wouldn't know whether or not somebody is going to attempt to reverse engineer the game, because I'm not a part of anything like that. But if they do, then maybe, but that's not something that's going to be done by robot. And also because a lot of the information about like character information and account info is all server side, somebody would have to essentially reverse engineer like all of the information that's stored server side as far as the data goes, and then create a server that would essentially support that data. So unless like you actually have somebody that's willing to, you know, program a game for free, it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, what was I doing? Academy Sewers. No, I'm not saying you sounded stupid, Sander. It's just that there was somebody else that was far more aggressive and not understanding about the situation on somebody else's stream yesterday. And it was funny because like the dude was so annoying and aggravating to the streamer that he eventually wound up getting banned. And he was basically saying it, like, not even like, you know, is the game going to be available after we're done, but actively trying to convince the producer of Orcs Must Die Unchained to make the game available for free. Oh yeah, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, that's true, you're right. They at least unlock all heroes for everyone, so people on console can at least try to play with them and get trophies and achievements. So, if you weren't around for the original announcement, anybody logging into Orcs Must Die Unchained before it shuts down should have all of the characters available to them. If not, you have 1,000,000 coin, 1,000,000 skulls, and 1,000,000 gibs to purchase all of the skins and characters that you want, so that you're able to have those unlocked and play for, you know, the rest of the time that the game is available. So if you want to go hunt for trophies, now's the time to do it. You have to bang those out before Monday morning, but ultimately you should be able to acquire whatever is within your reach. But yeah, if you didn't have everything before, you can definitely get it now. Okay. Where are we going here? I hate online only games. Yeah, that's kind of the downside to it. No regrets. That's really awesome. That's so respectful to their audience. I love that. For this very reason. Yep. That's Fluffalumpet. This is a really short map, but Bianca is so slow that it's probably still a good idea to bring teleportation ring. And a Mage's Clover. Okay. Let's bring a Boostio chicken. And no, we don't want maximum security. We actually want Academy Sewers, which is for me the exact same deck. Okay. I mean, in my personal experience, there are enough things in existence to set up like peer-to-peer networking and gaming where if peer-to-peer doesn't ruin the experience for the game, it's probably my preferred way to connect. For anything that needs like a controlled economy or something like that, then it's important for like most of that information to be server side. And 99% of the time, the reason devs move everything server side is because they need to control the economy or prevent people from like exploiting something in the game. Kind of like what happened with Diablo II originally. Although Diablo 3 probably went server side as far as all of its account storage and whatnot because of the auction house originally, and that regrettably failed. Not that anybody didn't see that coming. But yeah, it's just... It's definitely a learning experience, and luckily for Robot, this hasn't been something that will ultimately eat the company. They still have a couple of titles that they're able to produce, and those should hopefully be well received. Hey, what's going on, Vox? Yeah, but with Diablo 2, like, that anti-cheat was like super necessary. Like, people would like find really stupid like networking loopholes to inject items into like the server side parts of Diablo 2 and just wreak havoc on like their economy. And like there was a lot of things that like quality of life things that needed to be placed in games back then that like nobody had figured out yet, and it was partially because of that game that they did.
Mama does know best.
Okay, so I think get it right there, and then it shoots down, and we got bowling balls. All right, so we got a little bit of cooks.
Mama does know best.
All right, probably should have went and placed one of my speedy guys back there, and I didn't seal this off at all, which could also be kind of dangerous.
They've broken through a gate. Howdy, y'all.
Speed me up. Oh gosh, 99% of Bianca is mouse 1. Primary knockback is gonna be so bad. Slam it down. Oh, she still hits like a truck. That's nice.
Bianca gets a gold star for that.
She's so slow though. So slow.
That one's my favorite.
All right, reduce the cost, increase bounce height. Ceilings here are actually kind of low, so that won't help too much. They don't call it Queen Mama for nothing. You right about that. Another dollar silent, thank you. Wait, will it still be playable offline, or will that be gone as well? That will also be gone. There is no offline component to Orcs Must Die Unchained.
Smart.
There we go. I got the super chat thing, I think, delayed a bit. Probably get this going, and what's we want to do here? Let's just flip him back. That won't hurt me at all.
They've broken through a gate.
Okay.
You make mama
Damage. I completely forgot just how oppressive, like, actually dealing with Bianca was. So this was the reason why they changed the mercenary system, by the way. Because, like, everybody else was, like, no problem. But as soon as Bianca showed up, if, like, she was the hero that you had to fight, when heroes were in the game as enemies instead of mercenaries, you would just get demolished as soon as she slammed you. I never noticed the single player also needed internet connection. Yeah. It's something that, like, a lot of people can overlook because, like, usually a lot of places, at least in the US, have decent internet infrastructure. And so as far as just playing an online game, it's not too bad nowadays. But in some places, it doesn't work out. I do hope that, you know, someday we do have enough infrastructure, like, just globally, that keeping games online isn't, like, a really big cost or anything. Just because by then we would have invested so much time and you know, labor and whatnot into making sure that we got a really reliable internet backbone. But I can't even imagine what a world like that would be like right now.
The boss minion has entered the battlefield.
Because once everything can get online easily, then everything will be online, and it'll be probably way different than people expect it to be. We can do bounce damage. Bounce damage. Yep. Boink.
Boss defeated.
Oof. Alright, that's damage. The most you can do is pray that they get good income with the projects and make OMD3. Or that OMD3 might be one of their projects. We need 100 megabits per second as the standard low-end internet plan. For some places, they're getting close in the US. I think the basic speed that Comcast is pushing on people now is, what, like 25 megabits per second? But that's only in places where, like, most of their infrastructure is, like, well established. I'm not sure if they still have some places where it isn't. I mean, I know they have some places that they can't cover, or some places that are opened by or controlled by other cable companies, but that's what a lot of the internet in the US is right now. As far as like some of the older telecom places, I know Verizon pushed out a bunch of fiber, but only in metropolitan areas. And I'm not quite sure what the infrastructure looks like in the south. I know there's like some places that have fiber and some don't, but I'm not sure like who set up what and why. I hate that freaking spawn location. It's safe because they still have to run through the traps. If only Comcast cover Hagerstown. Is that part of Maryland covered somewhere else? Or oh no. Oh, wrong button. Of course. Meant to push E and I pushed everything else. There's literally just two guys. It's towards in the mountain area. That usually doesn't mean they won't cover it though. It probably has something to do with whether or not they've already built any infrastructure nearby. That's 99% of like how they measure stuff. Like if it's close enough that they can just build off of something that already exists, it's not a problem. If it's super far, they have to set up like new machinery. That's when like you have very little chance of getting their service. Because that's when it gets expensive. And man, construction costs on those jobs look crazy.
I'm already to quit. But Daisy.
Antietam Broadband. That sounds like a small telecom that probably either own lines there or leased lines from a larger provider. Slow crater or more movement speed during Unchained. That
looks good on me.
It is, yeah. Oh no.
Smart.
Price for internet or hard? Yeah, that happens with no comp. Miss my 1 gigabit internet speed? Where'd you have gigabit internet? I guess you moved from another city that had like better infrastructure. Also fuck Verizon. Wow. Buddy of mine actually yeah, like a buddy and like part of his family used to work for Verizon. And as much as like some people dislike them, most of the stuff they do is just like standard telecom operating procedure. Verizon in Maryland is cancer? Oh no. That knockback though.
Back in the mud, baby.
Why exactly is it cancer? Oh, you want internet speed? Okay, you get 700 kilobits per second for 120 USD a month. Wait, is that with Verizon? That doesn't seem right. Unless you're only talking about like DSL, because DSL is pretty hard, but almost everything else is standards yet. Like when DSL was the only thing that existed, like those would have been like standard prices. But now that everything else is more competitive and better, it's like kind of stupid. You should get their fiber speeds start above a megabit though. You shouldn't be getting like 700 kilobits per second, especially at 120 bucks. You died. I coincidentally just bought a "You Died" hoodie. What, like the Dark Souls text? I told every single friend of mine that Verizon had Verizon swap to Comcast. I mean, ultimately, you should always do what's in your best interest because the businesses will do that for themselves. And that isn't always you. So, you know. Y'all can eat this. Slam it down. Mash up some human images there. From 500 to 700 kilobits per second and over $200 in internet to 100 megabits per second for 80 bucks a month. Wham. Comcast all the way. I mean, to be fair, like Comcast does have some areas where they basically did not have their infrastructure upgraded for a while, and it basically turned in, I put no traps here. I am silly. Up, one's it. What? And if you gotta cancel your internet due to whatever reason, they don't make you jump through hoops to cancel your shit. As long as you're not a business, there's really not too many issues. Technically speaking, whenever there's problems with your service, they're supposed to let you out of it. Otherwise, it's kind of like a trap.
Oh yeah, that's
There we go. They can deal with that now.
Oh yeah, that's the spot.
I'm like, why do I have all this money? Oh yeah. Because traps are a thing. I should remember that. I have no ceiling traps as well. Smash.
I didn't hit you that hard.
You've made it to the final wave.
Do you put gold and/or XP parts in your viscous tar? You mean like a bounty field? I don't put XP parts in viscous tar. I usually use a HP and MP siphon so that I don't have to worry about bringing restoratives. In my regular tar, I put XP items though. 2 XP siphons and a vanity plate. So you get like a good amount of experience. Doesn't matter anymore. The game gone under 48 hours. Tactics is out of the window.
My boss is on his way.
Oh. Wham. Smack.
Boss minion has been taken
Almost
down.
got me killed again. There's no point to min-max for a game. They're gonna go poof under 48 hours. Yeah, I'm just curious for my last 48 hours. Thanks, man. You don't have to antagonize people for asking questions, Biscuit. It ain't that serious. If they want to min-max, let them min-max. Alright, so that's good. You got some Fluffalump in there. Best Bianca skin. Oop. Ready, Siler? Got about another hour here, so we can get maybe 2-3 missions in. The only thing that should be min-maxing is their enjoyment for what left of the game before it goes. He's going to take #1 spot on the leaderboards before the game goes offline. I mean, since they didn't wipe the leaderboards or anything, that's kind of thing. I guess all those world records that people hold in Orcs Must Die Unchained will be set in stone. Ooh, celebratory dance. And throne room. We can do this. Min-maxing is how I min-max my enjoyment. Oh, there you go. Look, man, people can enjoy their video games however they want. They don't need a billion numbers to min-max. They can min-max with 2 or 3. And we can do some brass. I did a lot of brass yesterday, though. Let's spike. Green guillotine. Okay. I remember this. I do not like that. This was for multiplayer too, so I need to tweak a couple of things. I don't really need that at all. I mean, value is relative, so you're not really screwing anybody. Especially if, like, it's one of the people that just purchases Prime Access packs and has, like, infinite amounts of useless platinum otherwise. Because purchasing Prime Access gives you entirely too much platinum in Warframe. Like, there's almost no point in having that much. Unless you just, like, speed things up non-stop forever. There's a couple of other traps that I want to bring here. Grinders are always good. I want to bring anything else besides grinders. That works, that works. Wall building PhD, overachiever, bear hugs. Yeah, the right characters for it. Only need this if you're going for combos. Push traps, no. Not going for environmental kills. That works. And I guess we could use haymakers, but only in like one place. Okay. I think I've gone through 200,000 plat, over 95% from trading. But why though? Oh no, I know why. It's because you go crazy over like trading people for ribbons. Would you like some ribbons, sir? So if you need damage here, Buzzkill's the most important thing to take. If you do not need damage and you want sustainability, then Finer Dining's the way to go. Blood in Their Eyes is good if you're working like as like some sort of weird crowd control backup, or you just like Stunning Execution a lot. I happen to like Stunning Execution a lot, so yes.
A good battle plan.
The enemy has opened a minion portal.
I hope if they do make another Orcs game, they just lower the price of Brimstone. 1,500 was way too high. But I think it was based off of like the old Siege pricing and the way things worked back then. So maybe it made sense. Yeah, 1,500 is murder. Like, even 1,000 would have been good if it worked the way that the old Brimstone did in, like, Orcs Must Die 2, where it did its damage to, like, 2 or 3 targets, and then it had a short cooldown of, like, 6 seconds. Or maybe 7. But now it's, like, 7 seconds to get 1 charge of damage back, and it's like, why would you do that to yourself? Oh, is he just... Alright, Bloodbath stacks, bonus health, or duration of frenzy. Yep, okay. Okay, you block that side. That's right, you can't. If you block back there.
The best spot. Destructive. I like it.
Not quite right. There we go, I think. Let me just move this back here for now. Never need to worry about that, but we'll have to put one more barricade like right here, and then we should be good. That works actually. Good job.
Watch out! Our enemies have broken through again.
So as soon as this opens, we can put another barricade right here, and everything will have to walk through here.
Through a gate.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what that was. No! He's coming from my cheeks when they're undefended. A little bit of health back, and then we're fine.
Right there.
Ah. Okay. Oh crap, celebratory dance. I'll just back up here real quick.
My order brings me here. I will keep
Yes. A guardian has fallen. Ah, the carnage.
Nope.
I do all my own stuff. Our barricades are under attack. Not well.
Okay, that's looking good. Now we just finish it off.
Their blood will flow. They've summoned a boss minion.
Grinwald isn't that bad. Wait, what?
Unstable rift is opening. Quick, destroy it.
Their blood will
Bloop.
Well done. The unstable rift has been destroyed.
The enemy's boss is dead.
Defeated.
Getting more amazing.
Okay.
It's all part of my plan.
And that should be basically safe eternally now. What we need to do is soften them up over here a bit more. Which we can do like this.
Careful, plan.
And then we add in some grinderinos. Whoop. I thought I was still on the ledge. Yeah, I guess I could do that too.
Our barricades are under attack.
Yes, that's good. This is probably better.
Our barricades are under attack. This will terrorize what it tenderizes. They've destroyed our barricades.
Ribcades.
I will taste their tears. Now they will all die!
Yeah, wave 7 is the long wave.
Your death will not be wasted! Right there. I've got some time to kill. Our barricades are under attack.
How do they magically blow up before they land in the acid?
The boss minion has entered the battlefield.
Magic? Of course.
Our barricades are under attack. The boss minion is down.
Oh, celebratory dance. Might turn into a celebratory death if we don't get out of here. I'll take that potion. Without the side of acid this time. Actually, you know what?
Our barricades are under attack.
They're floating around in here enough.
They've destroyed our barricades.
Of course they did.
A boss is on its way. Our barricades are under attack.
Yoink.
Destroy the unstable rift. Beware.
Tier 1?
Destroyed our barricades.
No, I think this is like 3 or 4. I might be wrong. No, this is 1.
Our barricades are under attack. Boss defeated. barricades.
Ripperino.
Our barricades are under attack. They've destroyed our barricades.
Shock value, nice.
One of our guardians has fallen. Just like you. The best spot. Bring the enemy here. Power. Yes.
An unstable rift is opening. It must be destroyed.
Oh no.
And our heroes destroyed the unstable rift. And there was much rejoicing.
Our traps are being disabled.
Wait, what? There used to be a time when Bloodspite could execute mercenaries. He was kinda OP because of that.
Made it to the final wave. Buzz killer. Our barricades are under attack. Crossbow in the line. They've summoned a boss minion.
I remember when Hogarth could jump on longer distances. Yeah, I mean, Hogarth never quite got to where like a lot of people wanted him to be. He was still good. He was always like a decent character in the game. But like a lot of people wanted just better control over how his jump worked. And I guess because of all of the coding and whatnot that was done, like they may have not been able to like devote enough time to actually reworking how the jump was actually set up, like giving you a trajectory or something to show you where he would go. But they lowered distance. Our barricades are under attack. What's happening, Kafka?
Look upon the face of your doom.
And we just chops up this last bear into a nice sandwich. At least I have a battle pass till 1st of January 2020 now. Yes. You must construct additional pylons. Yay, all of these chests. And they go away. What's this one? Additional unstable rifts. Well, it's like they're telling me I have to keep playing Bloodspike now. Alright, I'm gonna be going for like 30 seconds just to run to the bathroom, and then I will be right back. Literally. What was that about power leveling? My house MD fuel is running dry. I'm feeling the crashing of it. Go get some sleep, dude. You don't have to stay up forever. It's bad for you. All right. Periodic bomb. Fast arrows is nice. I'm hopping off. Alright, no problem. You have yourself a good day, Siler. Okay, no problem. Restricted section with fast minions. It was good playing with you too, Siler. That was this one. Yeah, let's just do it. Have a good nap, Biscuit. You know what? Haven't done any Dobbin in a while. So we got Dobbin, Hogarth. I only have enough time for like maybe one more. Time to play some Borderlands. Which one? You gonna go through The Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. That's a mouthful. I'll just call it Borderlands Enhanced. But I did confirm with Nitro that we should be playing Borderlands next week. I haven't confirmed with him specifically that we'll get to start Monday. So I will probably start Borderlands on Monday and maybe farm up another character if he decides that he wants to get in at a later day of the week. And we'll see how it goes. But either way, we'll probably be doing that then. Just tell me when. Yeah, I'll keep you alerted, Biscuit. Go back to sleep. You have to talk really quiet so Biscuit goes to sleep, chat. I'm going Siren regardless. Yeah, that's okay. You can play whoever you want. So I still have my no, I don't. Okay. This is okay. That's bad here. We could actually probably use the lightning rods. I think they won't work on the bookcases though. Those have to be ballista. So we're bringing some ballista. We got some floor scorchers. Arrow walls are good. Another floor trap. I'm having fun with brimstone today. Let's keep that going. Gonna eat my biscuit stuffed flan with a dark coffee drizzle. Not really a big fan of coffee drizzle or flan, so you enjoy that as much as you can. Yeah, I think this will be good. We'll actually just take the fire discount. And nope, we're dropping you. We're gonna take the physical discount too. Biscuit wants to eat. No, that's not what I wanted. Alright, you go in there. Restorative, yeah, that's it. And then that. Okay, here we go. You're gonna go mining for kobolds.
Y'all better not jump my claim before I do.
Can you try Orcs Must Die 2? I own Orcs Must Die 2. I don't think I'll be playing it today because I don't have time, but I probably will at some point. Okay, so...
This should cause a ruckus. Just there, yep. This should be fun.
It's kind of expensive right now.
This should be fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. I should probably do the whole block this off thing so that they don't split and then I lose very quickly.
Howdy, y'all.
It's not worth it.
They will not pass.
Man, the FOV that they give you when you play with short characters makes them look like they move super fast. And like everything else is like a lot bigger.
They've broken through a gate.
Beware, intruder.
This is solo tier 1. It will be good. Yeah, probably. I don't even know what hit that guy, but he died. Rich Vein.
That one.
The only ability that Dobbins has that got nerfed.
The rift will be protected.
Which is reasonable. It's like legitimately probably one of his best choices.
Unstable rift is opening. Quick, destroy it.
Dunk on him.
We have destroyed the unstable rift.
Howdy, y'all.
Really? Give me the bag. That's a rude way to spawn some coin.
They will not.
Okay, where else we going?
This should cause a ruckus. They will not reach. You will pay for this.
Actually, I could probably get rid of this one. Dunk on him. Alright, we get the short fuse. Nah, let's take Devilish Digger. Okay.
Our boss is on his way.
Wait, is this the only wall trap I got? Oh, this is getting spammed.
Nothing goes over my head. This should cause a ruckus.
The boss minion has been taken down.
I like how I have all of this coin, and I know I'm missing like pickups just because they're spawning outside of the map, or in places where I'm not trying to just jump off a cliff to grab them right now. Okay. Gotta repurpose everything real quick. Alright.
Nothing goes over my head. Just there, yep.
The enemy army is attacking on
Oh
another
yeah, I
front.
wanted to do this too.
They've broken through a gate.
Just in case that happens again.
Just there, yep.
Our barricades are under attack.
Alright. Should be good.
destroy it.
Do I even care about that one? Not really. I'll just let it open.
Shiny!
The unstable rift was not destroyed. Enemy minions incoming.
Our barricades are under attack.
That might be a lost barricade. Not quite. Okay. Hello from Saudi Arabia. Hello, Abdullah.
What's a mole?
Okay, so do we even need... Oh, just in case. So much green. Alright, we get a couple ballista just hanging out here, and then we're pretty much done. This is unplayable now. I'm gonna stop. I've been playing Sekiro nonstop. I really can't do this anymore. I'll just watch you doing it better. I tried to play a little while ago and I kept getting an error. I couldn't play any matches. Huh, that's weird. I heard some people did have a couple of issues, but then after like verifying it or reinstalling, they didn't have any problems. But I mean, at this point, it is going away in 2 days, so if you're not really super enthused about getting into it, it's probably best to just play something that you'll actually enjoy and not cause you frustration, because, you know, do what's best for you.
Watch out! Our enemies are broken.
Alright, so everybody's on fire and full of arrows.
Goes over my head.
They've broken through a gate.
Just there. Yep.
Alright, and then we grab Shrapnel Storm.
Kids about this one.
Do you think Robot is ever going to reboot this series again? We still have an unannounced game. It could be an Orcs title, so I'm not going to say they need to do a reboot before, like, you know, we actually know what all of their in-development titles are. We could just do one of these and then move this back here so everybody going around the corner. Yeah, that's good. Who is your favorite hero? My favorite hero is Zoe. Ooh, almost a trap cap. Oh no. What are those? Oh, okay. Alright, where are you guys coming from?
Getting taller. Oh no. Never mind, just better in other ways.
I stay back
This should be fun. Nifty.
You never play as Zoe? I play as Zoe a lot, just not always on stream. I didn't get around to recording a video series for Zoe though. Are there any games on your wish list to play on the channel? Oh, I have an entire list of games that I'll be streaming, which like unfortunately grows probably more than I actually have time to stream. But I'll definitely be doing Risk of Rain and Risk of Rain 2, and following that as it goes from early access to like full release. Kind of like I did with Orcs when it was in beta. I periodically play Killing Floor 2. I want to go and play through Okami HD, because that is an amazing game that came out for PS2 that I unfortunately never got to finish. I did like 75% of the game, and then something happened and I just never got around to finishing it. But yeah, Risk of Rain 2 is like super fun. I recently got the majority of the unlocks in the game too, and I think there's like maybe one more thing that's currently available in the game that I have to unlock before all the items are available. And then, you know, whenever Hapu does another update to the game and we get more characters or items, then I'll be checking those out and giving them feedback on how to rebalance it to make it better. Whoa, that was a audio bug. But yeah, Killing Floor 2, Okami HD I want to do. I'm going to be doing Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition with one of my mods here, Salty Biscuit, and another streaming friend of mine, Omega Nitro, streams over on Twitch. Probably some other things. I can't remember everything that's on the list, but I have it posted in like a doc or channel somewhere. It's a lot. Also wanted to try to get around to All Walls Must Fall, which I've been trying to do since last year, but with my previous card, it used to just do a bunch of random crashes whenever I would start up the game, and I'm hoping that I can get around to that not happening since I got a new card recently. Okay. Whoops. All right. Actually, while I'm here, I can pull up the list. So we have, I have to check to see if I can get permission to stream Wolcen. Wolcen is a new action RPG created by, I believe, a French development team, now known as Wolcen Studios, who are making an action RPG that is like running on the, I think, the Crytek engine, and it's like visually on the level of like something like a really polished Path of Exile, and it's still in like beta right now. And like the actual mechanics of it are like a mix of what they told you would have been in Diablo 3, but like it's actually in Wolcen. And like the skill system and the passive skill system in that game is just like ridiculous. Who is the most hard or annoying enemy? The most annoying enemy would probably be shield trolls. Like, shield enemies are probably the most annoying to deal with in the game, mainly because they mess up your entire trap strategy unless the trap can't be blocked. If the trap can be blocked, which some traps can, then they effectively negate the damage of it. They can only really be taken down well by floor traps, fire, and attacking them from behind. So they become your biggest priority, and it also puts a lot of characters in danger. But let's see. There was Wolcen. I did Resident Evil 2. I still have to do Leon A and Claire B. I haven't actually tried to finish most of the extra modes. The worst enemy is Bianca Speed. Everybody knows the toughest enemy in Orcs Must Die Unchained is the Trap Cap. So we have Death Trap, which I did short videos on for like some of the individual stages. But I haven't actually just done like straight streams of the game, which I probably will get around to doing that instead in the near future. So yeah, some more Resident Evil 2, Death Trap, Okami HD, the original Sanctum, Sanctum 2, the original Orcs Must Die, the original Orcs Must Die 2, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and Abe's Exoddus, Oddworld New and Tasty, which I've never actually tried personally. I have done Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exoddus, but not the sort of new enhanced versions. A Sega title called Hell Yeah, which is, I can't even describe how nutty that game is, but it's pretty fun. I need to finish Dust and Elysian Tale. I'll probably get into streaming some more Dying Light. I'll get Bulletstorm, maybe The Darkness 2, I'm not sure. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, XCOM 1 and 2. So those may take some time. Well, we'll probably jump in and out of those depending on exactly how long they take. I haven't played the original Rage, and I was considering it based on Rage 2 coming out sometime later. Spec Ops: The Line, which I heard is amazing, but haven't ever finished it myself. Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Two Tales titles, Zisteria and Berseria, which are related. The worst enemy of OMDU is server shut down. True, that is the it has finally become superior to Trap Cap. Then we have a bunch of indie titles on the list that I want to get into. I did the Dishwasher Vampire Smile. I haven't cleared that on Samurai difficulty yet. That'll probably get pushed to the back just because I know that'll take some time and there's going to be a whole lot of dying. Iconoclasts, which came out last year and is absolutely amazing. I want to actually go back and finish Valdis Story. Valdis Story was probably one of the first titles that I actually played on my my YouTube channel, but my hardware and everything was so much worse back then that I can probably do better quality videos and actually finish the game this time. Then we have all three Trines. I think the Trine 4 got announced, I'm not sure. Transistor, which is another Supergiant Games title. I'll probably, did I finish Bastion? I don't remember if I finished Bastion. I don't think I did. I probably will wind up purchasing Hades as well, which is currently an Epic Game Store exclusive, but it's also by Supergiant, and I like their games and their playstyle and everything else. Looks pretty good. A friend of mine bought me the Final Station because he wanted me to get through that. Legend of Grimrock and Legend of Grimrock 2, which is just a personal choice for me. Papers, Please, because I haven't actually played through it myself, although I've heard a lot about it. A bunch of people recommended the Sexy Brutale for me, which is, I don't even know what that game is about. It seems like it's supposed to be like a detective game, but we'll find out. Odalis the Dark Call, Beholder and Beholder 2. Plague Inc. Evolved, Salt and Sanctuary, which I played some on the channel, but it was using old hardware again, so the quality was pretty bad. Why are you opening chests? You need more gibs? No, not really. A Story About My Uncle, which is another game from Coffee Stain. If you guys are familiar with Goat Simulator, Sanctum, and Sanctum 2. I'm sorry, A Story About My Uncle is not, it's published by Coffee Stain. It's developed by a different group, but I personally like the company, so I want to, actually take time to show off all of their games. Tales Across Time. Probably get into some Warframe at some point, because why not? And they keep making it easier for people to stream that every day. And then I have some co-op games planned if I can get some people into it. I've already been into talks with just getting those set up, but we can add Borderlands, the Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition to that. We'll probably do some, if I can get around to it, Half-Life 2 co-op, Portal 2, God Eater 3, and the first two Overcooked and Overcooked 2. And yeah, so that's a lot. It's probably like a ton of mouthfuls, and it's gonna take a while just to get through that, not even counting the things that I'm doing that aren't on the list. Yeah, Portal is amazing. But the great thing about Portal 2 co-op is like trying to get somebody else to like get into a rhythm with you that works. And like most people have a scratch all those but Sanctum 2. It's gonna be years before we've seen them all. Not really. Like, so most of the issue with my video production schedule is that I would have to schedule time, get the videos recorded in a situation where I'd be able to get them recorded and not have any like really horrible background noise or anything happening. Then I'd have to clean up the audio and the visuals in post-production. So I've learned a lot about like post-production video over the last couple of years, just trying to clean stuff up. And then, yeah, you can play with me, Bahamut. So like then after that I'd have to go through, edit the videos, like put in whatever notes or anything that I was going to put on them, like text overlays and stuff like that, and then I'd have to like actually get them rendered. So a single like 1 hour video would be like, if I'm lucky, like 3 to 4 hours of time. If I'm not lucky, it would be like 7 or 8. And then I'd have to rewatch it after it was rendered to make sure that it worked properly and then upload it. And like, if I wasn't just gonna YOLO all the videos and not actually check them for quality, like, then basically YouTube takes like a significant amount of time if you're just doing like regular old videos. And that doesn't even take into account like if I were using video equipment and actually went to go like record stuff. So like big ups to everybody doing that, because I know that is like extremely time consuming. My favorite game, I really don't have too many favorite games. There's a lot of games that I like, and that's usually what I tell people about. But I don't know, because my favorite game is always about what is currently being pushed to the front of my attention at any given time. If you'd asked me what my favorite game was 20 years ago, it probably would have been Star Ocean: The Second Story. Right now, it's probably Risk of Rain 2, but there's a lot of other titles that I enjoy on the same level, if not more, at different times. But yeah, if you guys haven't got Risk of Rain 2, like, if you are at any point interested in like roguelike games with character variety and like just finding random stuff that does crazy things, if he does it in 4 months, I'll donate a burrito. You'll quality check. No, I honestly could not even afford to pay somebody the amount of time it takes to like quality check videos. Because imagine, for instance, I'm putting out like quality checking is probably the shortest part too, because it's like after you've made the video, you watch it and make sure everything's okay. Like if it takes me, if I'm trying to produce 4 hours of video a week, like that's 20 to 30 hours of work easily. No. I mean, like I can't. Morally, I can't ask somebody to do work for me without actually saying I would pay them. I understand I appreciate it, but like it's just not something I can do. But also, like, again, like, you see how you guys are getting this 2-hour stream right now? If this was me recording a video, all of this would have been editing. So you guys literally would have gotten nothing for like a week and then a random like half an hour video at the end of it. And that's part of why I'm switching over to doing more streams, because like you guys get the content right now, whereas everything else was like, hey, you guys might get a video this week, and then a hitch happens in my plans and you get nothing. And like, if for the people that actually follow the channel and want to see stuff, like I can make a lot more things happen and actually get like a lot more stuff from like developers and stuff to show you guys if I can get through the content in a way where you're both engaged with it and we can actually have conversations about what's happening rather than just, hey, here's a video. I won't necessarily say streams are always better, Froggy. If I'm trying to give out detailed information about something, then like I could see a situation where either a technical video or a bunch of details like being given out about something and with like specifics would be better. Also, I can make those videos like kind of straight and short to the point, like maybe only 5 to 10 minutes just explaining exactly what you need to do. But if it also like makes that really easily searchable, and that's kind of what's important for YouTube too. If there's content or something that somebody's looking for, like you will never find it until it's already been created. So it's kind of nuts. And with streaming, we have interaction. It makes it more personalized. It makes it way more fun. Right, like I love responding to comments and stuff on videos too, but like, you know, it doesn't have that same feedback. It doesn't really feel as much like an active conversation, but either way, it works. So where are we now? This is training grounds. Let us hop into this with, did some Elin earlier and Temper. Ivy or Gabriella? Take the hint, stream 24/7. No. Like, there's things that I need to do, like sustain myself with food and bathing and a job that won't really work too well if I were to stream 24/7. Like, let me put it this way. If you guys get me to like 250,000 subs, we might get some long streams. We might get some really long streams. But until like I can actually sustain myself, I'm not gonna sacrifice everything else for it, because I got other people to take care of besides me. Wait, what? I just clicked somewhere and it randomly just threw me back on the original Ivy skin. Okay, let's get it, boys. Hell yeah, preach. I mean, honestly, if YouTube turns into like, yeah, this is only Roar Mage. If YouTube turned into something that like could be a full-time job, or it like replaced the revenue I was getting for work, I'd do it full-time. Yeah, we can cheese for levels. We can cheese for levels. All right. $500,000 subs by November. Even some of the most like clickbaity, like emotionally driven YouTube channels don't see that kind of growth. That would be me gaining literally 496,000 something subs. I'll make 400,000 YouTube accounts and watch all your vids. Nah, I wouldn't ask anybody to do that. Like at the same time as like a high sub count and like people watching my videos and streams and stuff would be nice, I don't want to encourage anybody else to lose a significant portion of time that they might otherwise be able to use to make their lives better. Ultimately, the reason that I believe like people play video games and watch movies and do all of that fun interactive social stuff is so that, you know, the rest of our lives is a little bit easier to tolerate or deal with, or just, you know, to make your experience here as a human being better. So I wouldn't ask anybody to waste like that much time making hundreds of accounts and watching vids ever. Like, just take care of yourself. Ultimately, I would be happier if somebody took care of themselves and lived a better life than sitting here watching my videos all the time. Hell, if you do sub to me, I don't make content. Okay, so these guys are going to have to do... Alright.
Each trap to be placed perfectly. Nothing will get past this.
So nothing to look forward to win-win?
This The enemy has opened a minion portal.
Poof.
They've broken through a gate!
Arrow incoming!
Oh no, bombs. Whoa! That is a lot of minions.
Our barricades are under attack!
Command of nature grows.
Alright, don't place this before the bomb goes off. Yes, I was not drinking last night. My daughter wouldn't go to sleep, so I was watching cocktails early in the morning.
Out of the way, please.
They've destroyed our barricades!
So what you're saying is you weren't drunk. You just sound like you're drunk. To be fair, though, that happens with most people when they're sleep deprived.
Out of the way.
Okay. Safe.
I'm just an illusion! Guess again!
Aim and
Alright, so it's the ice guy. Just gonna hold you here for a moment. It's not the ice one either.
Guess again!
It's the lightning one. Okay.
there, I think. Another over here.
Okay.
Maybe one over
Do. Yeah, I could probably just move this back a bit.
The most combos. Exactly. Right there. Come right through here.
Okay.
Look out! Our defenses have been breached again! They've destroyed our barricades!
Oh! I was looking down at my phone. Good job.
They've
Wow.
broken through a gate!
Oh, your wife's now on night shift? Ouch.
If I don't
Whoa.
I might actually die.
Increase the duration, definitely.
Thank you, but
Man, are they gonna pay for that?
I'm stuck with illusion. Guess again.
Big guns better.
Whoa. Wait, two of these guys spawned at once? Alright, we did say that it was the lightning one that needed to die before.
aim first, then fire.
Nope, not that one. Okay. This is insane. Alright, that's one batch.
This'll be
We just gotta figure out the next one and then we'll be good.
Rude, but effective.
Not today.
Our barricades are under attack.
Okay, not the bomb.
A good skill.
They've destroyed our barricades.
Oh, lost more Cades.
Air needle. I'm blooming like a flower.
Okay. And it's another bomb.
Our barricades are under attack.
Twang.
A guardian has been defeated.
Ooh, power boost. I am in great need of healing.
Oh man, that sounds pretty rough, Des. How young is the baby? There we go. Warden's Wrath.
Stop.
Where, intruder?
Urgh.
Oh crap. So one of the things I didn't mention is that after I streamed last night, I tried to go to sleep, but apparently I woke up a couple hours earlier than I expected and tried to move and wound up getting a cramp so bad that I basically rolled around on the floor for like a couple minutes and then just went back to sleep for 2 hours. Lots of damage.
You do not belong here.
All right. Lots of damage.
The enemy is disabling our traps. Our traps are being disabled.
The rear.
Our barricades are under attack. They've destroyed our barricades.
No trespass.
Arrow incoming.
Will not pass.
Just wondering because I never did it. There's an achievement for a 15-hit combo. How the hell is that possible? I never saw one with higher than 5 or 8. So enemies suspended in midair should not have their combo timers decay. If you can launch an enemy into the air or have any sort of passive effects that they go through, like tar, status effects that hit them like shock or stun or slows from any source, that all counts as a combo point. A lot of characters like Stink Eye actually have the ability to get 2 combo points with a single ability. Usually immediately setting somebody on fire before launching them in the air is good too.
Enemies incoming.
Playing on 3 players is good because all 3 characters have the ability to add a separate combo point with each of their abilities. And
They've broken through
yeah,
our
just
gates.
doing that repeatedly and consistently, along with the use of some environmental traps, will get you pretty good results. But yeah, in 3 players, you can like easily do like 11, 12, 13s.
Aim and fire.
Our barricades are under attack.
It is a 0.1% trophy on PlayStation, so now I know why it's so rare. It must be nearly impossible to do if you play it alone. Theoretically, it's possible if you play alone, but like very, very unlikely. It's more so a situational issue than it is like, you know, a player skill at that point. So knowing how to set up combos on its own is kind of player skill in the first place.
Final wave. The boss minion has
The chance they die midway is quite high. Yeah, you'd have to really do it on, oh no.
Out of the way.
You'd have to really do it on a healthy target, because there's some things that are like next to impossible to hit on on light minions. Like having light minions tend to die from lightning explosion procs, where heavy minions can tank them for one hit, and getting hit with the primary attack that deals the lightning proc is a different combo point than the lightning explosion itself. It's just a whole lot of like weird stuff that you'd have to either put a whole lot of time into researching to do it, or just play with somebody that had played the game for like far too long. Most of the people coming from Orcs Must Die 2 probably already did most of the research and know how to get into it, but if you were new to like Unchained, like it's it's a bit time consuming.
Peace, love, and victory.
Also, some of the items that would have made doing combos that high easy from like Orcs Must Die 2 would got removed, and the existence of that achievement is probably a bit harder now that there's a 3-player cap in the game rather than 5 that used to exist a while back. Okay. Yep, that's gonna have to be it for me. I will try to, if I can get back early enough tonight, do another stream around like 11 p.m. or midnight Eastern Standard Time. I don't think that may happen though, so in the event that I don't, we'll just do my regular Sunday stream, probably starting around 2 or 3 p.m. tomorrow. But I will have to catch you guys later. I sincerely appreciate all the love and everything everybody showed for the game and the streams today. Thank you for coming out. As always, I hope you guys do take care of yourselves. And until we meet again, have a good one, folks. Shout out to Siler for the super chats too. You can actually type text in those. You don't just have to use them to give me money. But thanks, and have a good one.